Hey guys, here's a little bit of context before I dive in. I purchased the book on November 16th, 2025. I did not actually sit down to write this review until February 10th of this year, 2026. I was not ready to dive in, not emotionally, but I knew that when I did, I needed to give it the honest review it deserved. When this angry pen of mine was released, I did what any longtime fan would do. I tracked it down. There were only 3 copies available in Ontario, and I managed to secure one. I drove to get it, probably a little too excited for a grown adult. The second I got back in the car, I just sat there holding it. Took a breath, flipped through it quickly, not reading it, just feeling it. The drive home was spent listening to Mad Season and Alice back to back. It just felt right. I have been a huge Alice in Chains fan since grade 7. Yep, that's how we Canadians call it. The kind of fan where the music imprints on you early and never really leaves. My older brother, 18 months ahead of me, was the one who opened the door to metal. He loved Alice, too, but leaned harder into Nirvana, Pantera, and the rest of that world. For me, though, Alice in Chains hit differently. It stuck. Back then, everything felt like an event. VHS tapes, mall trips that required begging my parents for a ride to buy said VHS tapes, and I remember hunting down the Nona tapes on VHS. If you don't know what that is, it was a gritty, semi-satirical home video style release from the band Alice in Chains. Behind the scenes chaos, dark humor, fragments of who they were off stage. Very of its time and very Alice. I'm almost certain I still have music videos taped straight off the TV somewhere. Commercials and all. There was just something about Layne Staley. I had never heard a voice like that before. And honestly, he sounded even better live than recorded, which is rare. I am grateful that MTV captured that in their final performance. MTV Unplugged. That set still feels sacred. When I heard about this angry pen of mine, I knew I had to have it. At the same time, I hesitated. It felt intrusive. Do I really want to read the private journal of a man who was clearly hurting? Not really. If I'm being honest, I would have settled for handwritten lyrics alone. But this book is more than that. It opens with an introduction from Layne's mother, followed by pieces from his father, Liz Coates, Ken Elmer, and Jamie Elmer. That framing matters. It grounds the book in family before anything else. I will say this, a part of me would have liked to see words from Sean Kinney, Micah Inez, and especially Jerry Cantrell. Their absence is notable, even if understandable. From baby photos to early drawings, Mother's Day crafts, and childhood artwork, the book immortalizes Layne in a way that feels thoughtful and restrained. It reflects a man who clearly valued solitude and inner space. More than anything, it humanizes him. It pulls him out of the myth and back into the everyday. A kid with stencils recreating band logos on page 56. We all did that. We traced, we copied, we tried to make the logos perfect in our binders and on our bedroom walls. Seeing him do the same thing made him feel real in a way I did not expect. Not only was he a powerful musician and vocalist, but he was also a gifted writer and a true artist, from painting and drawing to the simplest crafts that showed how deeply creative he was at heart. There was a deep familiarity running through these pages, the kind that only exists within families. One school assignment in particular stood out to me. Years later, his nephew would write something eerily similar. That kind of echo hits you hard. Page 80 holds a small, sweet note where you can see Layne working through spelling, trying to get it right. It is quiet, human, and disarming. Then on page 144, there is a handwritten resume for a desired residency. Reading how humbly he described himself stopped me. No ego, no grand claims, just a young artist presenting who he was and what he could offer. It makes you pause. On page 173, there is a painting he had done of a hand reaching towards someone. Captioned that when he was about 5 or 6, he had a fever and remembered this as a vision. Perhaps even a moment of divine intervention. The end of the book includes notes from legends like Dave Mustaine and Sully Erna, along with artwork from other contributors. Again, the absence of the remaining Alice members is felt here. This is not a book you flip through casually. It asks something of you. It asks for respect. There is a reason I was drawn to this band. To him, his lyrics, his presence. Layne, You did not just change lives, you changed music. There will never be another frontman who sounds like you. There will never be another sound like Alice in Chains in that era. I am sorry for how life unfolded for you. I just hope you are somewhere up there, rocking it out with the legends and my brother John. Thank you to Mom Staley Nancy McCallum, his father, Phil Staley, the contributors, and the artists who shared their fan art for honoring him with such care and giving us this deeply personal glimpse into his world. If you pick this up, consider donating to the Layne Staley Memorial Fund as well. This book is not about glorifying pain. It is about remembering a full human being, fragile, creative, humble, and deeply missed.